Everybody, it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another Contrast Plus painting tutorial from the Age of Darkness. Yes, we are painting Mark 6 Space Marines, and we're going to be painting this one in the colours of the Blood Angels, my favourite legion, so of course it's the place to start. Now I'm going to be using the new contrast paints and the new reformulated shades from Games Workshop, who have very kindly sent these to me nice and early in order for me to demonstrate them for all of you. And, well, we're going to jump in and start painting him. He has been primed in Grey Seer, and this is because, well, all of the kind of colour schemes from the time of the Horus Heresy, they're all just that little bit darker. So we could do this over white, we could do this over Wraithbone if we wanted to, and it's entirely up to you. This recipe will work over both. However, we want it to be slightly darker and colder, which is why we've gone with the Grey Seer. Now the first colour we're going to be using is Baal Red, new contrast paint here, and we're going to be getting this over all of his armour. Now, we're just going to start painting this all over like this. Now, Baal Red is a kind of single pigment contrast paint, so you don't have to worry too much about dark spots. However, you don't want to put too much on, because you will then just get kind of lumps in the drying. But as you can see, it goes on nice and smooth. And nice and quickly. Absolutely gorgeous colour, this one. Don't worry about getting it over the soft joints in the between his armour panels, that's okay. We're just looking at this point to get a nice coat of red all over our Space Marine. So with that Baal Red all applied, as you can see, we've got this nice, flat, very smooth, delicious red coat. However, what we're going to do is we're going to darken this down now. I'm going to pick out all of the kind of, well, all of the recesses. Now, the colour we're going to be using for this is the reformulated Agrax Earthshade. What we're going to do is we're just going to start shading all of the armour using this paint, just like this. Now, when you've got kind of quite a few recesses around, it's not too bad, but what you want to do is you want to be careful when you're going over the flat surfaces here. But you do still want to go over the flat surfaces, because we want that nice dark red, as you can see, that's coming out there now. Now these new reformulated shades do work a lot like contrast paint, so it's very much just a case of just taking it very steady, moving around the model. Just going a section at a time to ensure you get a nice smooth finish. So with that done, what we're now going to do is we're going to take some Black Legion and we're going to apply this to all of the black details. And this is going to include areas such as the backpack, the soft areas, and any leather details that you might have. So we're just going to start layering this Black Legion all over. So with that done, what we're now going to do is we're going to use some thinned down Leadbelcher. I'm going to use this to block in all of our silver. So this is going to be any kind of blades, or if you've built with the chainsaw teeth, we're going to do it on those. We're going to do this over, for example, the workings of the bolt gun. So the barrel just there. It does in fact extend all the way up to there. Like so. And we're going to paint this over the top of any of the kind of mechanical areas on the backpack. Basically, anywhere that you wish to be silver. So with that done, what we're now going to do is we're going to use some thinned down Retributor Armour. I'm going to use this to colour in all of our gold details. So this is going to be areas such as the little studs on the shoulders, around here, like that. And we've also got this little section just here on the bayonet. Like so. So with that done, what we're now going to do is we're going to take some Nuln Oil, some of the reformulated Nuln Oil, and we're going to apply this over the top of all of our metallics, including the gold and the silver, just like this. So with that done, just to add a little bit more visual interest to our shading on our metallics, what we're going to do is we're going to take some Targor Rageshade. I'm going to apply this in just a couple of areas. So for example, in the deepest areas around the blade, there, like that. I'm also going to apply this just in there on the magazine. So that's just a little bit of kind of a dirt build-up. As it were. Just like that. Not very much at all, just add enough to give it a little bit of difference. So with those shades applied, what we're then going to do is we're going to very quickly take a tiny amount of Ork Flesh and we're going to apply this over the top of his eye lenses. Just like this. Don't worry that we're doing this over the top of red. That's okay. What we want to do is we just want to change the fundamental colour of these areas to be green, or at least a green greenish base. Like that. And we're also going to put this over the top of that little targeting laser at the top there. Just like that. So with that done, what we're now going to do is we're going to highlight all of our Space Marines power armor, and the color we're going to be using to do this first is Evil Sunz Scarlet. So I'm just going to pick a place to start, and I'm going to start right here on this shoulder pad, just picking out the edge, just like that. We just want to go around picking out all of our edges across the entire model. So with that Evil Sunz Scarlet all applied, what we're now going to do is we're going to take some Fire Dragon Bright, and we're just going to add this to the sharpest points around all of our red details. So we're looking at the corners of armor pieces, areas like that around the gorget. Just like this. So with that now done, what we're going to do is move on, and we're going to start highlighting all of the black details. Now the color we're going to be using for this is Dawnstone. And what we're just going to do here now is just going to start picking out all of the edges across all of our black areas. So the bolt gun, the backpack, all of it, just like this. So with that done, we're going to once again take some Administratum Grey. We're going to apply this to the sharpest points on all of our black details. So for example, just around here, on the corners for each of our bolt gun, like that. And we're also going to pick out the rivets. So with that now done, what we're going to do is we're going to highlight all of the silver using some thinned down Ironbreaker. So I'm just going to pick out all of the edges. Just like this. So that now done, what we're going to do is we're going to take some thinned down Liberator Gold, and we're going to use this to highlight all of our gold details. Like this. And so with that done, all that's left to do is to work on his gems. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take some Warpstone Glow. I'm going to use this to draw a line going across the middle of each of the eye lenses. Just like this. And so with that Warpstone Glow applied, we want to take a tiny amount of Moot Green. We want to draw a line that highlights the underside of both of our lenses, Just like that. And so with that done, we want to take a tiny, tiny, tiny dot of Corax White. And just want to add it in the bottom, furthest corner. Like that. And like that. And there we have it. The Blood Angels Mark 6 Space Marine is now finished. My favourite Legion, of course. As everybody knows, I am a big Blood Angels fan, so to be able to paint a beaky Marine, or Mark 6 Space Marine, was a lot of fun. And to test out the new contrast paints, Baal Red plus the new Agrax Earthshade, it's just like the good old days of Mephiston Red, followed by Agrax Earthshade. Only much quicker, because we didn't have to do 2 layers of Mephiston Red. And that Baal Red is an absolute joy to use. Thoroughly recommend it, as well as Agrax Earthshade. If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel, and you want to support me further like these legends and bosses on the screen before you, you can do so. Head to patreon.com/Warhipster or head to ko-fi.com/Warhipster. Alternatively, you can now become a YouTube channel member by heading to the channel page and clicking on the join button just here, exactly like these awesome folks have done. And if you just want to shoot me a little thanks just because you really loved this video, you can click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.